So I'm in Aputure. Is it called Aputure?
Just Aputure.
Aputure.
Yeah,
Aputure.
just say it the normal way. Aputure.
Yeah, Aputure.
Yep.
This is the Variable ND add-on. Probably some of you guys have heard about it. Wonder if it's actually possible, but it's true. I tried it.
It exists, it works. Not that many people have actually tried it because when we came out with it, they sold out in like the first 12 hours, which is crazy. So we're trying to make more of them as fast as we can, but this is the DEC Variant ND. Variable neutral density right in here. And basically what I can do here is I just click right here and I can change my actual ND. So right here you can see it gets darker and it gets brighter. And if you guys are familiar with the FS5, the technology is very similar. The FS5 has built-in variable ND. This is going to give you 9 stops. Now, what's so cool about this though is that the way that the Sony FS5 works is that it has a similar technology, but there's a little bit of color cast. It actually makes it very yellow. But the thing that Sony does is they actually color correct the footage before it comes out.
Oh, okay.
And it works because it's one camera system.
Yeah.
Ours is way harder because we want you to be able to use it with the GH5, GH4, A7S, Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. So it's got to be able to work with everything, which means that we can't have that color cast. It's got to be totally clear. So I know some of you guys have already done tests. There are tests online, but there's basically 0 color cast coming from this thing. But that's not all it does. So in addition to it being neutral density filter, it is also a wireless follow focus. So using this right here, I can pull focus and it uses, I know, it's crazy. This right here uses the internal autofocus motor on the camera. And if you turn it, it'll actually change and push and pull focus on the camera.
You mean for what lens?
For any Canon lenses. It'll use the internal autofocus motor. We can cut and I'll show you a thing. So wireless follow focus, neutral density variable ND built into there, space age variable ND. And in addition to that, this can also change the aperture as well. So I can just roll this back finger and this will pull aperture smoothly too. So we're talking, again, one more time, it is an adapter first, EF to micro four thirds, or E mount to EF. And in addition to that, it's a wireless follow focus, neutral density filter, and an aperture changer. And a remote trigger too. You can start and stop recording wirelessly. What? I know, it's crazy. This is how you push and pull focus. And then on the back, this is how you change your aperture. And if you want to change neutral density, you just click it, and then you roll the wheel. This is crazy. This is like almost too good to be true. But it's right there. It's true. I can touch it. This is not a 3D rendering. It's not a hologram. It actually exists. This is, it was the audience award at IBC. It beat out every product there, including the ARRI Master Grips, all the new lenses from Schneider and from Zeiss even. And honestly, we didn't even know that it happened until we had won the prize. So thanks for voting for us, guys. I mean, from the bottom of our hearts, we all really appreciate it. So what we got here is we have the 300D. Now, this is going to change the way that people have been lighting. This right here is the 300D. This is meant to replace that HMI 100. This is LED technology, so this is more efficient, and you're not going to get that kind of blue-green cast that you get a lot of the time from HMI lights. So on the front here, I'm going to take it off. I'm not going to turn it on because I don't want to blind you, but in here, we have a single chip on board. This is a matrix of LEDs, which will give you one shadow. One of the problems with having multi-source LEDs is that every LED is giving off another shadow. Yeah. So basically, by having it as one LED, you get one hard shadow, and right here we have some glass. The glass protects the LED, and it adds some magenta. Now, by adding a little magenta, we can increase the TLCI rating, and we can take it from 94 all the way up to 98.4. So this is a super, super color accurate light, and it's super punchy. Now, I don't like tungsten equivalents, but everyone asks me for what is the tungsten equivalent. They always ask. So if you wanted to say something, it would be about a 2K. Super, super bright. And it has on the front of it a Bowens S-mount. Now, for you photo guys out there, that's what makes this so important. So if you're tired of shooting strobes, and you want to just know what it looks like in the camera is what you're going to get, this is a 2K light, very, very bright, powerful as those strobes, and you can just have it consistent. Your models are lighting in it. It doesn't go hot, so it's not going to heat up your studio. And it'll still be very bright, and it'll make those skin tones look really nice. I think it's also a lot of still photographer, these days they have to do video as well. Exactly. So they don't have to get new softbox. They just use their own softbox on this. And a lot of video people, you have to shoot in a different way because you had to shoot with very hot lights because it's continuous. And that's a pain in the butt because you can't use those accessories because they'll burn. So with LED, it runs cooler. It's not going to burn anymore. You can use all those old accessories. You can use your soft boxes, your snoots, your barn doors. Everything will attach right here. And you guys already know what this looks like. You know what the traditional reflector is. Still on the exact same thing. And it runs off of batteries too. So you could do 2 Sony V-mount batteries. You can take this into the forest, into the desert, anywhere that you're shooting your gear, we can bring your gear and take it there with you.
That's an antenna.
Yeah, you want to know what this does? So one of the coolest things about this light is that everything, watch your eyes, but everything can be done remotely. So if I grab this, I'm on channel 1D. So I go channel 1D and I can turn this light on and off. And I can turn every other light in the Aputure ecosystem on. So if you bought a light from us 4 years ago, guess what? Hey, we can turn those lights on. We can turn these lights on. The entire Aputure ecosystem can be done with one remote. You can sling it around your neck. Just go to the monitor, look at it, punch in all your lights, and you're good to go. Normally when you have a light, it'll all be packed in one. And the problem with that is that it makes it very big, very heavy, and the heat distribution is really hard to keep under control. So if we take the electronics off, put them on this pack, now the head of the light is very, very light, very, very easy. And this can be tiny, not as heavy, and you can rig it in really interesting places. Yeah, but it also just keeps the fixture lighter, and if you put it in the air, you can still control it from down below.
That's true. That's true.
This right here is going to be under $1,000 is what we're gunning for. Ooh. So super, super affordable, and because you don't have to pay for flame retardant accessories anymore, like normally Chimeras would cost you $3,000 to $4,000. We can sell our own accessories that aren't as flame retardant, that are still high quality and very, very durable, and those are going to cost about like $150, $100 for like a big 35-inch parabolic softbox.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, LOK. I appreciate it.